Big Rab Show Podcast is kindly sponsored by G1 Reeds. They are the champion's choice, with many bands around the world playing G1 products, providing everything you'd need to hit the circle or the big stage. So, check out g1reeds.com as they keep the lights on here at the Big Rab Show Podcast. Hello there everyone, and welcome to another Big Rab Show podcast. Yes, you might have guessed by the title of this week's episode, we're bringing you a special episode this week from the Belfast International Tattoo. Yeah, it seems like no time at all since we're off the grass in Glasgow and we're here in Belfast for one of the biggest and best tattoos arguably in the world. Yeah. So, before we get into everything with this week's podcast, of course, let's get through our introductions. If this is your first ever Big Rab Show podcast, then welcome. How yous doing? We are the show for the bagpiping folk. We reflect everything in the bagpiping world. Celtic music, folk music, of course, our bread and butter, competitive piping and drumming. Each and every week we're here, talking about what we know and love to be the music of the Great Highland Bagpipe and its people. And, yeah, like every other podcast out there, I do want to give a big shout out to our Patreon. Yeah, because we've seen quite a jump in numbers over the course of World's Week and Piping Live and all that stuff. And for good reason. There is a wealth of extras back there. Now, I mean loads of extra video clips, audio stuff, just the Rab Show exclusives that are back there on Patreon. I can't oversell it enough. Go and check it out. There's a link in your show notes right now. And if you are so inclined and want to get your mitts on those extras, then click on support. Get your access and then be part of the Patreon faithful. Yeah. Alright, well, you might have guessed, because this is a specialist episode this week, we don't have any listener mail. But that's not to say that we're not still receiving your mail. If anything, over the last 2 or 3 weeks, we've got a wealth of stuff that we need to catch up on. And we will be doing that in a future episode. So, yes, get your emails into us. bigrabshow@gmail.com. That address again, bigrabshow@gmail.com. Also, as you can imagine, after the World Championships wrapped up and Piping Live closed its doors for another year, you can imagine the amount of weekly drones we've received. Whew. JD has not had time to get through them all. There's just been so many. So yes, if you do want to send them in, of course, we are still receiving them, and we will do a proper catch-up episode where we will get into everything. Okay, all of your correspondence. So yeah, go to our website, thebigrabshow.com, big button at the top of the page, send weekly drone. And yeah, let us know your thoughts and feelings, warts and all, on everything. World Championships, Piping Live, and of course everything we're about to experience here at the Belfast Tattoo. Yeah. So, another year has rolled around. It seems like no time since we were last here in the SSE Arena for the Belfast Tattoo, and yeah, looking at the behind the scenes pictures and little video clips that has made its way online before the event actually opens, this seems to be even bigger and better than ones before. Now, how such a thing is possible, I have no idea, but looking at the stage itself, the floor that these guys have, it's actually much larger than before. Now, I don't know how that is possible, but yeah, they certainly have moved the staging back further and allowed even more of a performance space. So that's a thing. Now, looking at the photographs and stuff of the mass pipes and drums, they definitely seems to be a bigger band, and we will talk about that, of course. We will catch up some of the actual performers themselves and talk about the size of the band on offer here, the music that's going to be played, and just why this event is so special. Now, thankfully, on the strength of previous episodes here in the Rab Show Pod, I do know a good number of you have actually secured tickets for this, and a good number of you would have been in the crowd and have seen this happen. So a lot of you are very keen to find out what actually happens backstage. So that's what I'll be doing here on the pod this week. I'll be running about backstage and catching up with as many interesting characters as possible. Yeah. Alright, well, I think at this point in proceedings, as they're stacking chairs backstage here, yeah, I think it's time for me to go up and get myself a wee break at this point. But we'll be right back after this. Right, folks, I want to tell you about a brilliant new app called MusoLink. It's from Matt Fraser. Yeah, the same guy behind the B-flat tuner. And it's all about helping you track your music practice smarter. You can record your sessions using AI, add notes, get reports, and keep yourself accountable. But what really makes it stand out is the social side. It's like Strava for pipers. You can follow your mates, give them kudos, leave comments, and stay motivated together. Loads of bands are already on board, including Scots College, Hawthorne, and loads of others who are making big moves. So, if you're prepping for this year's World Championships or just want to get better, search for MusoLink on the App Store now. And once you're there, why not give the Big Rab Show a follow and we can push each other over the line. Do you wish piping could be fun again? Bagpipers around the world continue to struggle with their instrument, despite hours of hard work trying to get better. Bagpiping should be fulfilling. Your hard work should pay off, showing improvement and the freedom to express yourself musically. Or why do it? The Dojo University believe every piper should be able to free themselves from musical frustration, proven over more than a decade of successful teaching and accessible anywhere with an internet connection. The Dojo is unlike any other bagpipe learning experience in the world. Let the Dojo channel your enthusiasm into a fun and fulfilling program that will empower you with the knowledge to fall in love with piping all over again. So go to dojouniversity.com/Big Rab and take advantage of our 30-day free trial of Dojo Premium membership. Join the global community of students today and rediscover the fun of bagpiping. dojouniversity.com/Big Rab for a 30-day free trial. And I'm back. And yeah, some time has passed since I was last talking to you, and the doors have opened for the first performance of the Belfast Tattoo. Now, to say that the feeling backstage is, I'm going to say it, nervy. A lot of people seem very anxious for this performance. Now, I don't know if it's nervousness or anxiousness. I think they're two different things. People just really want to get at it, you know? They've been rehearsing now for possibly the full week, if not even longer than that, and a lot of them have put in a serious amount of work for this. And yeah, the feeling I'm getting is that they're just itching to get out the door and hit the floor for what will be such an amazing start to a huge tattoo. Now, yeah, this is my local one here in Northern Ireland, and it is definitely up there with one of the best tattoos in the world. It does pull in some quite incredible international acts, and this tattoo is no different, and we'll get a bit of a flavour of that as I walk around here. Quite a number of international voices backstage, and sometimes, will there be a language barrier? Yeah, I think there will be. But you folks have been listening to me long enough now. I think, yeah, you possibly got the hang of the old Northern Irish twang. So, yeah, hopefully there won't be a huge language barrier. Although, yeah, I think rehearsals and that have been very successful, and everyone, as I say, is just itching to go. So, instead of me lollygagging around, watching the people file in through the door past security, beeping their tickets, and then run up the stairs to get to the concession stand to get your 2 bags of crisps and 3 pints, yeah, I think it's time for me to head backstage. Let's kick off the show.
Welcome to the Belfast International Tattoo 2025. Led by world champion senior drum major Jason Price, we present the local and international fusion that is our glorious tattoo masked pipes and drums.
And there you are. Just like that, the 2025 Belfast International Tattoo is underway. Listen to that. That's fantastic right there. Well, now that the mass pipes and drums are doing their thing, I should start walking around to see who else I can get a hold of back here and get some stories of what's it like to be here at the Belfast Tattoo. Well, who am I joined with? Introduce yourself, sir. Move away.
Andrew Graham, the RSPBNA chairman.
What about you, Andrew?
I'm good, Rob, and yourself?
This is some spot up here, but
it's
you're up in the
amazing.
VIPs.
I'm indeed, yes. I suppose it's my position. I was asked, invited to come along as a guest, and how could you turn something like this down, you know?
Aye, absolutely. So the Belfast Tattoo itself, it's kind of seen as like a big thing that happens at the end of the competition season. Like a lot of our Northern Ireland folks will be out there today.
Oh, there is, yeah, and there is, and you recognise the bands throughout the season as well, but it's really good to see the young ones as well. There's so much youth in there, and that's a real good thing to see, and a positive thing as well. So
absolutely, like I think Down Academy's there, and there's other youth in there as well. Like, and this was a big highlight for them to be here at this. It means a great deal to them. Yeah.
Oh, it does indeed. You know, I suppose I'd say my own daughter's part of the Down Academy tenor drum section, but I'm well aware of the nights of practice that they've put in for it. And of course, this is all happening while the contest season's going on. They're learning that, and they're learning for the tattoo as well. Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot of good effort. So hopefully, after tonight and tomorrow night, they'll get the fruition off it, and they'll say it's all worthwhile in the end. You know.
Well, that's it. They'll get the selfies took, and it's all put over socials.
Yes, exactly.
Love that. Yeah. So this season, I have to say, it was really successful for the Northern Ireland branch. How did you find this year?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for saying that, Rob. Yeah, it was, you know the background, the story, you interviewed me at the start of the season, but I think all in all, yeah, it worked out well. We had one really contest in Mara. We can't do anything about the weather. There was a few Newcastle, Portrush. There was a bit of a debate about Portrush, but all in all, it's been all positive, I've heard. You know, people actually ended up liking Portrush,
I was going to say,
loving Newcastle, you know, so...
We had a lot of sceptical people listening to our show right now. I'm wagging the finger at you. And then you just went to the port and you just loved it.
Yeah.
It seemed to work really well. Yeah. So, I don't know, we're dead excited for next season. I'm sure work is now well underway, securing the calendar for next year. Yeah.
It is indeed, yeah. Well, I don't want to say too much, but our first sort of proposed meeting is actually next week. With the first council already, so yes, we are definitely, we're not resting.
There you go, on the ball. Yeah. Well, here, I'll let you go and enjoy the rest of the
Lovely,
show.
Lovely, Rob. Good to see you this evening. Thank you very much. No problem.
I am Philip Murphy from Down Academy Pipes and Drums.
How you doing?
I'm Harrison Foster from Down Academy Pipes and Drums.
How you going, boys? How you found your tattoo experience so far? You enjoyed it?
Oh, I've loved it, honestly. Every year it just gets better and better.
It does though. Do you know what I mean? Like I say this with every show, but genuinely it does seem to get better each time. And you've done how many tattoos now before?
This is my third. I believe third,
And you're still not bored of it?
No, I love it every year. New tunes, new people, new experience every year. It's great.
That's it, yeah. And so is this your first one then, or?
It's my first time coming, yeah.
How have you found it?
It's brilliant, so it is. Sounds amazing out there. Everyone's standing up and clapping, everything, the crowds.
That's what I was going to say, like the crowd reaction to the pipes and drums is something special, isn't it?
Yeah.
But do you ever get the shaky knees behind the curtain? No nerves at all?
Not really, no. I was just excited to get on, get playing.
There you go. Well, I have to say it's way different from playing here than it is in a competition circle. Which one do you think is worse?
Maybe here.
Yeah.
I would say maybe here. You've got more. I would say the more people watching, you do get a wee bit of shaky knees. But
yeah.
At the same time, you've got so many people around you, and it just gives you so much confidence going out.
Aye, that's it too. But that's it. There's nobody here with clipboards though.
No one
with
with
not giving you
clipboards.
points out of 10 for intro and all that. Yeah. So, well, how's this season been for you? I think the band's had a really good year.
The band has had a very good year. Yeah, we've tried our luck going up into the grade above. We've played a few competitions in 4A and we've done very well there.
Yeah.
And we've done very well on our own wee grade. We have a few new players into the band. And they're all enjoying as much as we are.
Well, that's it. It seems to be each year you guys hit the field is that you're introducing more and more new players. Is that the case with the band then?
That would be the case with the band. Our pipe major is a very very good man. He teaches a lot through schools with the Ulster Scots agency. So he brings a lot of new talent into the band, which I think just brings a whole new perspective to the competition scene.
Absolutely. Yeah. So how long have you been playing yourself then, Harrison? This is your first tattoo?
I've been playing about a year. So
Really? A year?
Yeah, pipes for a year.
Shakers, and then thrown out there?
I've done the tenor drumming for a while, Lou, before that, so I did.
Oh, I see. So you got a wee bit of grass under the brogues before. Yeah, there you go. But which would you prefer then?
Piping.
Piping, really?
Yeah.
To be fair, I was a drummer of 30 years, only starting to mess about with pipes now, and I agree. It's a lot more challenging. Yeah. There you go. So, Belfast Tattoo, once this is all said and done, you guys heading into the winter months then. What's the plans going forward? Any big things coming up?
Into the winter months, the band just get the pipes out and get a bit of practice done for the new season. Always by progressing.
Yeah. Have you had any new music handed to you yet? Any new sheets of music?
We've had a few new wee tunes that the band are hoping to play maybe next year, but fingers crossed, we'll see how it goes.
See, no spoilers though. No spoilers. No. There you go. So if folks are interested in finding out more about Down Academy, where can they check out more information about the band?
Facebook page.
So Down Academy has a Facebook page and an Instagram page, and I recently maybe a wee bit posted on TikTok too, if anyone's on that.
Use on the TikTok as well. There's so many bands doing that now. Yeah. Oh, here, I'm going to have to follow you on there now. Yeah. Are you doing TikTok dances and all that kind of stuff?
A few of the popular trends.
Coming soon.
In the new season.
Oh, I'll have to look forward to that. Well, lads, enjoy the rest of your tattoo experience. Thanks so much for chatting with us.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you.
Cheers. Right, well, the start has already been kicked off, and I think it's time for me to head out back because, well, one of the big attractions at this year's tattoo is the drum majoring team. Yes, this team of drum majors are made up of absolute champions, including a world champion, Jamie Couples, of course. And, yeah, I have to head outside to find out what all they've been up to this year. It's been quite a busy year for this team, and, jet-setting all around the world. So I think I should head out back and get a wee chat with the drum majors. Alright, well, I'm standing with the drum majors, and shall I start with Senior Drum Major? Hello.
Hello, Rob, how are you?
What about you? Well, again, another tattoo, mate, and you get the job of giving that command.
Yep, we're back again.
Old yet?
No, that feeling of the lights hitting you and the gate rising doesn't get old.
And do you get nervous?
Not really. I just have to stand there and look pretty, but these guys have to flourish, so no, not really, but more like adrenaline rather than nerves.
I see, but I don't see. For me, I'm used to now being on stage, having a mic, and then you're hoping your voice works, and you're not gonna go whip some drums. One of those.
You kind of hear the intro music, and you're like clearing your throat, like and you're worried the mic's on, then your throat goes all dry, but something has to come out, so it's.
That's it. Now, I know I spoke to you about this last year, and you said that you don't really see much when you go out there because of the lights. Is that still the case?
Yeah, and to be honest, I think you're that much in the zone and concentrating that you don't really pay much attention to what's going on around you.
True.
I have that feeling of not knowing what's going on behind me either, because everything's behind me, so you're kind of thinking, I hope everything's okay back there.
Yeah. If you hear a crash and a bang and
something's went wrong,
a few swear words, then you know what's going on.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, I'm going to my left now, of course. A man that's made history. Jamie, what about you? How are you?
Rob, how are you?
Here, Helen, give you a bit of a shout in there. Did you hear that?
Oh, I did indeed. It was very, very nice of her to do that. So
that's quite nice. So, winning the World Championship and bringing the mace to Edinburgh. Tell me about that, mate. What was that like?
Oh, it was an absolute honour being able to bring that mace over to Edinburgh, down to the Esplanade. It's absolutely brilliant. Down the Royal Mile. First time it's ever been done. So.
I was going to say, that's the first time ever that a world champion's done that. These ones are all laughing and giggling at you. They're all taking the hand out of you. But yeah, that is quite an awesome moment. Like, I'm sure you've seen the videos by now.
Oh yeah, I've seen the video from Monday night, and then I was asked by Rob, the Senior Drum Major, to lead down the pipes and drums about halfway down the Royal Mile with him for his last night.
Stop it. What was that like?
Oh, it was brilliant. Just the honour of actually being able to do it with him. He's done it now for the past 3 or 4 years, so he's got a bit of experience doing it.
There you go. And to hand it over to yourself, again, I'm going to ask the nerve question. Were you not breaking it and go, kind of, oh my word, this is going to happen? You know what I mean? One of those moments.
Yeah, it was a bit, to be fair, after doing the Edinburgh tattoo and switching up the drills and having to actually do a bit of practicing. Yeah, it was quite a lot, but yeah, it was nice to get the mace handed over from Charlotte at the hotel. It was that was a nice one. So.
There you go. How you doing, Charlotte? Are you well?
Hiya, doing good, yeah.
Another tattoo for you. How have you found this one?
Oh, brilliant, yeah. Same every year. Really good crack.
There you go. And have you had a bit of friendly rivalry with this one here? Is this why you're all giggling?
Maybe I'll scrap him.
Excellent stuff. And we have our current champion of champions joining us as well. Georgia, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
The best. How have you found this tattoo experience?
It's been great, yeah. Really enjoyed it.
See, whenever you start talking, all of these ones aren't giggling now. Do you find that? Are you all living in fear of Georgia? Is that what the crack is here, Jason?
Exactly that.
They're all living in
the real
terror.
senior drum major here.
Oh no!
She's the one calling the shots.
See, aye. So that voice, Lewis. How are you? You well?
Yeah, all good.
Another tattoo, man. You're a glutton for punishment.
I don't know how many times I've done it now. It's a few years under my belt now at this point. But, yeah.
So, back again. I have to ask. See the flourishes you guys did as part of your display. Now, I'm not a drum major and expert, but they were all synchronised.
Yeah.
Was that done intentionally? Yeah.
Yeah, we see, usually whenever I watch displays and see people flourishing at different times, you kind of feel like you're missing out whenever you're watching a certain drum major, you don't see the rest. But we just kind of agreed that it would look cleaner if we all just kind of did the same thing, and it just looks more effective, I think, whenever you've got the shape that we had with the drum majors.
And it's really impressive. Did you hear the oohs and ahs with every throw? Would that not put you off?
Me and Jimmy they were all saying that they heard the cheers, and me and Jimmy couldn't hear them. We were like, what?
As of us nearly dropping it.
Oh no!
Taking that unwanted step front.
Oh, like 3 steps forward, or like, watch out behind you. One of those. There you go. Well, I'm going to let you introduce yourself to the podcast listeners. How have you found this tattoo?
Yeah, really good.
There you go. And who am I standing with?
Rosie.
Hello, Rosie. How you doing? So, have you been intimidated by the big audience and the crowd all watching?
Yeah, it's definitely different, but you can't really see them, so it's not too bad.
So that thing with the lights again, I don't know. We're going to have to get rid of them for a show, so you're going to all get petrified then. Aye. So how have you found then the Belfast crowd then in comparison to other big events? Like, you guys have been all over the place. I don't know.
It was a good audience tonight. They received us well as we came out, and as I say, when these guys started flourishing, there was a good reception for it. So I think no matter who you are, if you come to a tattoo, the pipes and drums is one, if not the highlight for most people.
Come on, of course it is. Yeah.
You know, and and we have the pleasure of opening it and then closing it. So, you know, it's the first thing people see, it's the last thing people see. And ultimately the last bit's probably everybody's favourite.
Of course it is.
And the audience is going by that point.
Well, that's it. It's relaxed time at that point.
Yeah,
and
we've been on, so you feel better the second time. And
yeah. Well, that's it. I wanted to ask Louise about this. Hi, Louise. How you doing?
I'm good.
Now, I know as a pipe and snare drummer, our favourite bit is the Black Bear at the end of the set. What's it like for a drum major doing that final set?
Well, I mean, we still have to kind of remain serious, so you
Alright, so you can't have fun then?
I mean, yeah, we can.
No, they can't.
no, we're not. But you hear the snare drummers whilst we're doing the counter marching, and you hear them cheering, and we kind of, maybe perk a wee smile, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's all you can do is crack a wee smile.
Yeah.
Smiling.
Oh, pulling funny faces at each other on the counter march. Aye. Yeah. Oh, well, here, now that the tattoo wraps up then, have any of you guys any big plans coming into the winter months? Any big trips?
Jamie does.
Oh, Jamie, where are you going?
Yeah, I was invited to the Rotterdam tattoo next week.
Nice. Oh, next week?
Next week.
Oh,
So
wow.
leave on Tuesday. Got 5 shows over in the Netherlands. So That'd be nice.
But come on, Belfast is better, isn't it?
I don't know. I've never been to the Rotterdam tattoo, so you'll have to come back to me on that one, Rob.
Okay, will do. Yeah. Anybody else? Any big trips? It seems to be you drum majors are like all over the world at the minute. Like you've been everywhere, haven't you? You were in South Africa a while ago, chasing zebras all over the place.
Quite literally.
Yeah.
and penguins in Louis' case. Louis on safari in Africa thought he'd seen a penguin.
A penguin?
Yeah. Let's just leave it there.
I don't know what. I don't know quite what to say to that.
Neither did we.
I do think there's a story there. Anyway, but thank you for chatting with me, everybody. Yeah, and here, enjoy the rest of your tattoo experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Rob.
There you are. And we catch up with the team of drum majors here at the Belfast Tattoo. And I think being a drum major at the tattoo has its own set of challenges. I was talking to them off the microphone. And normally at a competition, you'll be dealing with the elements, you know, the sun, the rain, the wind, all of that kind of stuff. But whenever you're in an arena like this, it eliminates all of that. But it does present its own set of problems. Yeah, whenever drum majors would be throwing their maces and all of that, they're under house lights. And that, sometimes it can be really quite dazzling. And of course, the heat element as well, being under all of that attention and yeah, can be quite intense. So yeah, I think our drum major team here done really, really well. And hi, thank you for them to taking time to chat to me. So I think I should catch up with some more folk back here. And I believe I've been called in for a wee bit of a tune in the back room with the pipers. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Do you know something? That was such a cool moment. Now, granted, I didn't know the tune Black Bear. I'm only still learning, and I've never really had to play Black Bear in like a parade setting. Black Bear is one of those tunes that you only ever really play at a tattoo. And I've heard so many people tell me that it's not a tattoo until you hear the Black Bear. So... yeah, well, they've definitely thumped out the Black Bear a good many times at this tattoo, and it is always a crowd favourite. Like, listening to the chair, even during rehearsals, is a big moment. But I'm looking forward to the end of the tattoo, when the pipes and drums march out and they thump out that big drum score. Man, it's going to be such a buzz, as it is every time. But, yeah, a huge shout out to Glenn Baxter and to all of the team and to all of the pipers here for having me join them for a bit of a tune backstage. That was a serious amount of fun. Now, if you are curious as to what it looked like, me struggling my way with the international band of pipers here, then yeah, you can go and check our socials where that video is up there now of me kind of getting through Scotland the Brave, I guess. There you are. Alright, let's move on. Time to catch up with some more interesting characters. And that's one of the things about the tattoo. There's so many people back here, all to meet and hear their story. So, let's see who else I can catch up with. So, I'm joined with Pipe Major Glenn Baxter. Glenn, how are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm great.
Now, I experienced something in there.
You did indeed. I think I threw you in it.
Absolutely. So no, I joined you for a bit of a tune. Now, full disclosure, I didn't know Black Bear. I've never learned it.
Yeah.
But certainly joined in Scotland the Brave.
Yeah.
But that was a bit of fun. Thank you for that.
Oh, not a problem. Yeah. You're always there taking the recordings and video on us, and I thought, you know what, it's time for Rab to get in the middle of it and have a tune.
Man. That was smashing though. So tell us about this year's tattoo. Like, you really have drawn quite an international field this year.
Yes, we've guys from right across the world, from Zimbabwe right across to Winnipeg in Canada, so it's
that's it. And how have you found bringing all that together? I was talking to Mark earlier and he was saying that the music it sort of bridges all gaps, you know?
Yeah, no, it's music just brings everybody together. I think that's the main line with it, you know.
That's it.
The guys have been brilliant, you know, from working with them right from the start of the year right through to now, learning the stuff and pulling it together, sending me the recordings across, and just keeping in touch with them.
So that's one of the things that, like, you guys are constantly working at this each year.
We are, yeah. So after this tattoo, it'll be back
straight
to the start,
on to
you know.
next.
Yeah. So you're back at looking at the repertoire and just starting all over again.
Indeed, yeah. So tell us, we'll have to talk tune selection. Each year that is a bit of a topic for us. This year, a lot of big tunes in there, a few jigs and stuff. It's fun.
Yeah, so it's more for the crowd, you know. The crowd are wanting that 2 tapping tunes. So this year I went with the openers. It's tunes I've played in tattoos right across from, you know, the world. So bringing them back, and then the repertoire with the medley is tunes I played in bands throughout my time in pipe bands. So playing the opening marches with Cleland, Milan Balmoral, but right through to you know, Jimmy Blue played it with Raffrey. I played in Raffrey, and then through
big
to
tune, love that.
It is. It's a great tune, and you know, the guys, they seem to have enjoyed the medley. You know, finishing with Humours of Tulla, played it with the PSNI. So
that's one of the signature sets almost. That's such a good tune.
It is, yeah. It's a great.
So I have to ask then, obviously being a pipe major here, that's quite a big deal, Glenn, but having so many people looking at you, like, that's a big band.
It is a big band, you know. We're sitting with nearly 150 on the floor there.
Jeepers.
It's a
that's
lot.
A big task.
It's a lot of people to pull together, but you know, I've done it the last few years. I've been able to do it, so I put my mind to it this year again. And
there you go. I'm more than fit for it. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's no, I love the experience, and I really enjoy it. And the guys are great to work with.
That's
year on year, you know, it's different guys flying in, but every year, last 3 years, it's been great.
There you go. And I have to mention this, like, there's a lot of youngsters involved, like a lot of kids.
There is this year. There's it's ranging right down to 12.
12?
Between 12 and 17 from the guys from Zimbabwe. Now Winnipeg guys are a wee bit older.
A wee bit older.
A wee bit older. That's all we can say. But but our own guys, even from locally, you know, with Down Academy, they range right down. You know, I think there's one of the tenor drummers there is 10.
10.
So we have a lot of young ones, which is great to see for the future.
Well, that's even to have that experience of stepping out on the floor. You know?
It's a first for many here. I know with St John's College, it's their first time at a tattoo, so it's also a completely different experience for them guys.
There you go. Well, hey, even from me having a wee tune in the dressing room with you, that was good crack. But imagine that in front of an audience. Do you ever get the fear before you walk out? Before Jason does the right, do you ever get the...
I wouldn't speak to me the 5 minutes before.
Yeah, just that little bit jangling. But I'm sure once you're out, it's good.
No, it's a great experience.
There you go. Can I ask then, obviously you have a bit of a solo set as well.
I do indeed,
got a lot of great compliments about it last night. How do you find that?
No, I enjoy it, and it's more for the crowd, you know. It's playing stuff that people know. So it's more playing jigs, upbeat, you know, as I said, with a medley set, you know. Start with a couple of jigs and finishing with Tell Me Ma. Something that everybody will know.
Yeah. There's a piper blowing pipes that shouldn't be.
There is, they shouldn't be, so I think I will have to have a word.
There you go, there's stop now. There you go. Because that is the thing, like, setting sound for a tattoo is quite a difficult task, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it is. There's quite a lot of guys there, and you know, I rely on guys putting a team together for the tune the drones and go around the chanters. You know, I couldn't do it without the guys.
Do you want to give a shout to your team? You do have quite a number of people here setting tone. So
I have setting with the chanters off. There's Jack McGowan and Jamie Walker, and guys have assisted me, and absolutely brilliant. And going around the drones, there's Colin McLeod, and Simon Thompson and Michael Harvey. 3 great guys within the pipe band world that are well experienced.
I was going to say.
I do, you know, I heavily rely on them guys to assist me. I couldn't do it myself. You know, you've nearly 60 pipers here.
Not that amount of people, Ben.
No,
wouldn't be possible.
So with the pipe major role, there is a lot of organisational skills that is required. So we'll get there. We've done it last night, and we'll go for another 2 today.
That's it, indeed, mate. Well, here, I'll not keep any longer. You're a very busy man. But thanks a million for chatting to me.
Cheers,
appreciate it. Thank you. There you are, catching up with pipe major Glenn Baxter there, who is an incredibly busy man. I can't believe I managed to catch him on the hop in between tuning sessions. A little bit quiet at this point, so I'm going to take advantage of the time. Let's see if I can catch up with the lead tipper at this event. Yes, And again, another fellow who's been incredibly busy and been producing the goods in the drumming end. So let's get catching up with Mark. So, Mark, I believe you're the lead tipper for this event. How have you found it?
This has been a very interesting event. One is having international artists here and also our locals. So part of the challenge is you don't know the calibre of players. You better move around the corner.
See that Glenn boy? He's that's wild cheeky doing that in the middle of that.
I knew you would do that. Really, the whole difficulty around all of these tattoos is the calibre of players. You don't know what you're going to be coming with, so you keep it simplified, keep the score simplified. Number two, then when you get there, it's that getting to know you exercise, because they haven't played together, they don't know each other, and they separate in that room. You can see when you come into this room later on, the drummers' room later on, they're all
sitting in their own little bands,
They're all crossing over, and they're all on board as a team.
And it's difficult to do that. Bring folk, especially from a global perspective, bring them all together. How do you achieve that?
Well, the music is the key. They don't even need to speak the language. Basically, the music is there. They learn the music and they play the music.
There you go. So that's the kind of overarching factor that brings everyone together. Yeah. And do you find drumming, even from here in Northern Ireland, speaks across the world? Do you know what I mean?
Well, the one big takeaway for me from this one is we had gone to Virginia with Major Sinclair Memorial earlier on this year. One of the tunes that we played in that tattoo was called Bob Cooper of Winnipeg. So, imagine you're a complete surprise that Winnipeg Pipe Band are here. And Bob Cooper, we knew nothing about. Bob Cooper is one of the most influential educators in Winnipeg and one of the most highly regarded drumming instructors on that part of Canada. So that in itself, getting that information and getting that feedback,
it adds a bit of extra weight to the actual tune then.
Makes sense.
Absolutely.
That's a beautiful tune. It's a beautiful tune.
Fantastic. So your approach then to the music was to keep it simple, have that unison there, and then when everyone's here, then you could sort of let it blossom a little bit, I guess.
Yeah. Once you've got your players together, you can assess the level of their confidence. And then what we did is we allocated on the leading drummers first, and then we supplemented all the leading drummers because there wasn't enough just with the leading drummers. There's only like 3 or 4 bands. So any players with that calibre, they've just been allocated that role and set out so that everybody can at least see or hear it.
I see. Understand. No, there you go. Well, we have to talk about the Sinclair. What a year you guys have had. What a season.
It's been an incredible year. It's been an incredible year, but that is 3 years in the making.
I was going to say that didn't happen overnight.
No.
There's a lot of hard graft there.
There's a lot of hard graft and a lot of effort on every player. A lot of effort in terms of logistics. Ulster Scots funding that we got. The Arts Council of Northern Ireland for funding those drums for us, which made an incredible difference. Because we were in our sort of last leg for the road premieres.
Well, that's it. So the funding and that comes through from the agency really does help bands, and it certainly did give you guys a bit of a leg up this past season.
It's been huge. That, particularly the instrument grant, we have got great benefit out of it. So I would highly recommend that any time that is coming out, bands take it right from the outset. There's a bit of preparation work. Get it. Ulster Scots Agency have been very helpful. Ulster Scots Agency events that we've supported. Anything that there is out there for us to have a platform to play this music.
Oh, it's fantastic. Well, you mentioned your trip there to the United States. How did you find it out there?
It was quite an experience. The tattoo was the most unbelievable show, and with absolute precision. I mean, not only the calibre acts, a lot of military acts who that is their full-time role. So there's lots for us to see. But the other thing is how well we were looked after. The friendships that we got with the other bands that were there. We're still in contact with Tidewater. We're still in contact with the Canadian. You know, there was a lot of crossover with all those other bands. Plus, we made a lot of friendships over there, so it was excellent.
Oh, here, fantastic. And then some of the selfies and the photos that you guys got. We were all insanely jealous watching here at home.
I don't think you would have been insanely jealous when you were watching us getting a deluge at the end of the finale of the competition.
I've seen that right enough. That was rough.
It was exceptionally rough. But again, you know, to be going out there, we did the shows. The shows were physically difficult, and challenging, but super. We had guest players with us, with Georgia, with wee Henry.
Yeah.
And that was super. We had a great combination of people. We had guys from Bog Hall played out with us.
Yeah.
It was a super group of people and an amazing experience.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I have to ask then about, next season. The road ahead for the Major Sinclair. Are you guys looking forward to next year?
Very much so. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen grading-wise.
Not yet, no.
Not yet.
Yeah.
We would have liked to have been further up on the Worlds, but we were delighted to get placed. And next year, we'll just play what's in front of us. And that's what we've done all season.
That's it. Just meet the road ahead of you. That's
Correct.
it, exactly, yeah. Well, here, I'll let you get back to work. And, one final question. How have you found the Belfast crowd? Walking out to all of that?
It was very good last night. It was very good last night because we didn't know what to expect. You can't peek round the corner like you used to be able to. You can't go into the wings. You're not allowed out of this backstage area.
Yeah.
So it was a very enthusiastic crowd by the end of it, and great night of celebration.
See that black bear and all of that? Come on, that's not a tattoo until you hear that.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
That's what you come to the tattoo for.
That's what you pay your price of admission, just for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Rabbi.
Thanks a million. Thanks
Cheers,
for
man.
chatting to me.
Thank you, man.
Fantastic. Well, a huge thank you to Glenn and Mark for taking time out of their busy afternoon here at the Belfast Tattoo. Now, for those of you out there who have ever been part of a tattoo, I'm sure you'll be aware of what Mark talked about, the connections that you can make in this scene, and it can really, present all sorts of great opportunities for pipers and drummers, drum majors, to travel the globe and perform. And there's no better person to talk to about the travelling element than Brian Wilson. Brian Wilson, of course, is at the helm here at the Belfast Tattoo, and each and every year this particular event gets bigger and better. But as each event launches, more connections get made, and we see a lot more of our musicians here based in Northern Ireland travelling all around the world to all sorts of different events. I think that's kind of been a bit of a theme of this week's podcast: international travel. Yeah, so let's grab the opportunity now that it's got a little bit quiet. Let's see if I can catch up with Brian and find out about this year's tattoo, and hopefully the next and the next and the next. Well, Brian, another year, another tattoo. How are you? You well?
I never say I'm winning until Saturday night about 3 o'clock in the morning when it's over and I leave the building. But yes, we've had a good dress rehearsal and a good first show, well received by the public. So that makes me feel better.
Yeah, absolutely. But I have to talk about the acts this year. You really have drawn from an international crowd this year. Has that been a bit of the focus of the tattoo this year?
Not particularly. Because the tattoo now is being internationally recognised, it's easier in some ways, because bands are now approaching us and saying we want to do Belfast, we want to come to Belfast. Right. So that's easier. There is such a list now. We just have to think what fits best in each year, and we can't. It's expensive to bring an international band, so it all is into our budget. But yes, it's fantastic. Zimbabwe, Canada, Australia, America, Norway, Finland. It's quite a cast.
That's it, all skating about Belfast. Yeah, now there's been a few folk that's already said they've sampled pints of the black stuff. There's a few that's had Ulster fries and all of that. So you're introducing them all to Northern Irish culture.
A whole Northern Ireland culture. It's scaring the life out of some of them, but it's an education for anybody, so it is.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, well, I don't know. This year seems to be another roaring success. And I know it seems like the old cliche, but each tattoo continues to get better. And I don't know, shall we even talk about next year, even though this one isn't finished just yet as I'm talking?
With all due respect, Rab, if you mention next year's tattoo at this time on a Saturday afternoon, I think we could have words. But yes, the planning's in process. There is international groups of bands invited. We just need to engage with more local pipe bands and local acts to engage with the tattoo. It's a lot of work, and I understand it's a lot of work for bands. But it's a big stage now, and again and again I hear of bands coming and making relationships with international Highland Games, international events, and travelling all around the world. Yeah. Even myself this year, on the back of working here at the Tattoo and being involved with the Tattoo, I was off to the Invictus Games as the senior drum major of Invictus in Canada this year.
Yeah.
And that was on back of a relationship I made here at the Tattoo. Emma Barr made a relationship last year with the pipe band here, and she ended up at the Glengarry Highland Games.
That's right.
And was treated like a rock star.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
You know, it's about engaging with different communities, different bands, different genres of music, and the world's your oyster.
There you go, and as you say, the connections you can make through this event, definitely very valuable. But the one thing that brings it all together is the music, and the music at this year's Tattoo has just been amazing. Can you give us any sort of insights as to how these tunes that was selected this year, especially for the finale?
Well, we do sort of give a brief to our international bands, and Sully, the musical director from Finland, we met this year earlier in February, give him a kind of a brief, but we're not the Tattoo that dictates exactly what music is played on the floor. We try not to get people to double up, and that's very difficult, but lots of conversations, and not all of them understood, because I sat on the floor last night, and one of the young female singers was getting it tight, and I was trying to communicate and make her laugh, but she's singing in a different language.
That's what I was going to say, yeah.
And we here in Northern Ireland can be, well, we're not great at speaking 4 languages like our international guests, so they're singing in a different language, they're reading music and doing music that's not of their genre or not in their musical repertoire. So it's difficult for them to come here to Northern Ireland, but they step up to the mark every year.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I don't know. I am a huge fan of the Tattoo, you know that, but this year definitely seems to have been a roaring success, Brian, and congratulations.
Thank you very
much.
much.
And I'm looking forward to seeing what you're going to bring to the floor next year. I know I shouldn't mention it, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks a million for chatting with me.
You're more than welcome, Rob.
Cheers. Ready to take your playing to the next level? Say hello to the ES Session Chanter, the ultimate practice chanter designed for versatility and durability. Crafted from stainless steel and aluminium, the chanter comes equipped for both an A stem and a B flat stem, giving you the freedom to play along with any instrument, anytime, anywhere. Whether at a band practice or a trad session, the ES Session Chanter keeps pace with your creativity. Included with the chanter is the custom carbon carry case, the perfect addition to this compact and tactile instrument. To get yours, head to essessionchanter.co.uk. Kingdom Thistle Pipe Band Supplies for all your pipe band and marching band needs. Supplying everything from uniforms and instruments to custom designed bass drum heads. They offer it all. Not forgetting their exclusive Kingdom Gilly Brogues and George Boots, crafted by bands for bands. Kingdom Thistle provides expert product advice and an industry-leading drum refurbishment service to keep your equipment in top-class condition. Also shipping worldwide. So stop by their store in Fife or visit them online at kingdomthistle.com for all your pipe band and marching needs. Lads, you've only literally just come off. Aye, so who am I standing with?
Jack McGowan.
Matthew Brown.
Lads, what was that like?
Unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal. I think that's the first time I think we've both been standing out there with individual spotlights.
Yeah.
And see when the dancers disappear from you there, it's like, oh my goodness, I'm in the middle of the SSE.
Such a huge moment, like for solo piping and drumming, and then to be surrounded with all of those dancers. So many distractions. Like, how did you find it out there with that?
Actually, okay, do you know something? There's a wee bit of me that quite likes, there's a wee bit of a backing track on the background, with a bit of piano and a bit of things like that, and it helps keep you right of where you are, and especially when you're, you know, I was in the background helping Catherine a wee bit with the choreography, music and stuff, and cutting and splicing, and when you're cutting and splicing things, it's maybe not the traditional tune that you are used to hearing, so that having that backing track certainly helps me for sure.
There you go. And then even from a drumming perspective, trying to keep things in time in such a big space, difficult that.
See the sound and stuff, like, you know yourself when you go out there and you're trying to play, as Jack says, there's a wee bit of backing track there to help us, you know, with the accompaniment and stuff, and see trying to keep in time with that and the sound out there, you know. But here, I think it went very well.
100%, yeah, I really, really enjoyed it, and I was just to say what Matthew was saying there as well, the backing track helps, but it can actually be really difficult because you've got to be in time with it, and if you're not, it's the whole thing. It's like the whole curtains come down, you know. But no, it was good. Really enjoyed it, and the girls are still on there at the minute. We've managed to pull a half day shift on that.
They're still at it now behind us here. Yeah, there you go. So lads, we need to talk about the band then. What a season you guys have had. You know, shout out to the drumlock.
Yeah.
There you go. How have you found it in the circle this year then, Jack?
Oh, it's been brilliant. Do you know something? It's a absolutely cracking team of folk. It really is. With Stevie, Gareth at the helms as well. It's good. It really is good, and I think the camaraderie and stuff has been fantastic this year. But not only that, we've got some real young blood in drum corps, pipe corps, and it's really exciting. It's really exciting, and we've got more coming through. That's the exciting bit as well.
We're still even more teaching. Youngsters.
We've still got youngsters coming through. So I'm hoping it's going to be an exciting 26 for us.
Nice.
Third in the world.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
I was going to mention that, yeah. And I think the celebrations are still going now today, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely.
Just a big achievement, like.
Well, we went there with a goal of qualifying, wasn't it? And then jeepers, I was shaking and everything when we qualified.
Do you know what it is?
It's my first time in my life qualifying, Rab.
I know.
Wow.
Because when we played the Grampian Police and Buchan and these things, I just I always seemed to miss out. And if there was a straight final, you were maybe doing better overall, but you weren't going through that qualification process. So for me, that was really special, and to have kids that you're helping teach and bits and that.
That's what I was going to say. Like there's kids there that joined this band this year. Never played in competition bands and are coming third in the world. Like
this was their first season.
This is their first season.
Youngest piper is 12 and played at every single competition.
That is a big achievement for 3.
But you know something?
That's massive.
The funny thing as well, Rab, is though they set very high standards for us adults because they've spent all season being second. And then see a third at the Worlds, they almost go, oh, third, hold on a second.
Why are we no second?
And I'm turning around going, guys, third at the Worlds? That's a big deal.
That's a massive deal.
So they're setting very high standards for us. Absolutely.
Hi, fair play, reach for the stars and all that. Yeah. I have to talk about the band's TikTok account. All right, now I have shouted out the band so many times now on TikTok. Who's behind that? Because
that would
brilliant.
Be our tenor drummers, wouldn't it? Our tenor corps running that.
I don't know if there's one in particular, but they're all taking turns of it, I think, and coming up with crazy new TikToks.
There you go. Shout out. Yep.
Yeah, it really is good. Like I think it's fantastic.
It is very entertaining.
Yeah, and there's quite a lot of bands are starting to do it now too.
They are. I've noticed that. And what do you call it? Outside the circle interviews that have been done. Those were brilliant.
Yes, they were.
You know, I think she's going to be taking my job now.
No, long way to go yet, Rab. Long way to go to get to professional status like yourself.
Oh, Jaker's professional. There you go. So, what does the winter months hold for you then? Just a lot more preparing for next year, or
hard practice, as I say. We've got some more youngsters coming through as well, so we'll be trying to bed them in a wee bit into the core. Some musical changes, and we felt, to be honest, musically last year we really enjoyed the stuff we were playing, and we thought we were playing it quite technically and well. But we'll obviously another winter of improving that again, and you never know where it can get to. But there's also, we're thinking on maybe boosting the repertoire a wee bit, and maybe some other wee bits and pieces coming out. Yeah, so just to keep people entertained. So, I love that. I think the big focus this year we try to push towards improving that, just the same stuff every year.
Continual improvement.
Continual improvement.
Yeah, absolutely. And even from a drumming perspective, same thing, really.
Same thing.
Yeah.
There's talk of maybe another couple of young drummers coming in, and it's what we want.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's just trying to get. It's as you know, it's refining things, getting things back for next year, come out stronger.
There you go. Well, if you aren't following Drumlock Pipe Band on their socials and their TikTok, you should be. All right, I'll give you a shameless plug. But that performance in there, holy crap!
Oh, cheers, Rob.
I nearly swore, and I don't know, family friendly show. But hey, what did you think of the cheer though? From the Belfast crowd, did you get that impact?
Oh, unbelievable!
It's bound to lift you out of your brogues.
Oh, absolutely! You're kind of marching off to the corner there with the legs shaking a bit. No, it's fantastic.
Oh, amazing. Well, lads, I'll let you go. Thanks so much for chatting with me. Cheers. Okay, well, I'm here with the pipe major of the Winnipeg Police. Would you like to introduce yourself? Who am I with?
My name is Neil Bunston from Winnipeg, Canada.
How you doing, Neil? So you're actually from the place the band's from?
I am, yes.
There you go. So you're back again for another tattoo. Yeah.
Yes.
By the sounds of things, I was chatting to Rob earlier. He says you guys were itching to get back. Yeah. Did you enjoy it so much the last time?
Yes, we last time we were here, we enjoyed the tattoo. It was a great experience. So when we had the opportunity to come back, we took it and ran with it.
I see. But I think the crowds the last time round absolutely loved the pipes and drums, and that's carried through all the way from 2017 through to now. How have you found the crowds at this year?
They're great. It's a great atmosphere out there and a large crowd, so it's fun to play in front of the crowd like this, for sure.
There you go. And it's quite a rowdy bunch going on here. It's quite lively backstage. How have you found the things back here? It's quite a lot of camaraderie, yeah.
It's a great time, and that's what we love about the tattoos, is meeting different people from different bands from all over the world. So it's a great experience for all of us, for sure.
Absolutely. And then the thing that makes it so great is that we're all talking about pipe bands and piping and drumming. It's like, I don't know, no matter where you are in the world, if you know a piper or a drummer, you're home.
It is. Piping is a small community. It is international. So as we travel, we meet new people from different bands, and it's great to reconnect with a lot of them.
That's it. And the music is the thing that connects everybody together, regardless of where you're from. Yeah,
that is correct. We all love piping and drumming, and it's just a passion of all of ours, for sure.
There you go. Well, it's fantastic to see Winnipeg back again. So what is the plans for the band going forward? So we've been following you guys this last while, since the tattoo. You guys have been going from strength to strength this last while.
Well, we're going to get back to home and reassess that, and we have a few options, but look for us at a future tattoo.
I see. So more tattoo work coming up and all of that, and then a few ceremonial things, I'm sure, no doubt, all of that.
Yeah, we do a lot of police gigs back home.
Yeah.
We have the police memorial that we're going to be participating at the end of the month, and we look forward to hopefully a tattoo, and then maybe next summer or the following summer.
Excellent. Well, don't spoil it for us, but we'll certainly keep up to date on your socials. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'll let you get back to work here. Yeah, I believe you guys are going to be gathering up shortly for another tune.
Yeah, we're getting close to playtime, so.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for chatting with us on the show. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you so much.
All the best.
Rebecca Willis.
Rebecca, and you've got a pile of folk staring at you that won't join in. They're all too shy. Do you want to give them a shout?
Caitlin Kirks and Ruby Evans.
Hi, Caitlin and Ruby. How you doing? Now, they're mortified now you give them a shout.
Yeah.
So, well, I have to ask you first of all about the big one then. What was that like getting the name read out?
Yeah, it was a really good feeling. It was good to hear it. Like, obviously it's been a very tough year. We've been neck and neck this year, especially with the drum corps. So it was really good to hear it coming out, and it was a proud feeling that we got it again.
I'm sure, yeah. Now, for folk who don't know you, of course, you play for Surla in District, and you guys have been in quite a competitive grade this year, as you say, up and down in the prizes. Yeah. But how have you found it then overall? Like, finally finishing on top of that mountain, it's quite a great achievement.
Yeah, it's been good to come out and get that amazing achievement. Like, I mean, it just shows when you put all the work in and it comes out and you get the results you want. It's good, like, and especially because of the hard work that we did put in this year. There's a lot, especially like with how much competition there was this year, and just everybody put their best in, and it comes out in the end and it shows.
Absolutely. So, well, here now for the Belfast Tattoo, and all your mates sitting watching you and laughing at you. How have you found the tattoo so far?
Yeah, really good. It's my second year doing it, and I think it's a really good experience to have, especially so it's not just all about being in a pipe band and competing.
No, it seems to be like there's a fun element here. Like people are sitting around having crack. Right?
Yeah, it's more relaxed. It's like you can be in a pipe band and you can have lots of fun too, rather than the seriousness of competitions as well.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, well, for those of you who've been following Rab Show on YouTube, I'm sure you've probably seen the video of you marching out where you lead the band. What was that like, leading the band out of the field with the trophy?
Oh, it was amazing. That's all I really say. Like, yeah,
just a special moment in time, I'm sure. Yeah,
it just wraps everything up. Just
there you go.
At the end, just wraps it all up and says, look what we've achieved this year, and just shows to everybody.
I have to ask, what's next for Charlotte then? I suppose we're waiting on the music board now to figure out where to put you.
Just to wait and see if we're going up to 3A, but you know what, at the end of the day, Shirley takes on whatever comes next.
Tackle the road in front of you.
Yeah.
You two want to say hello at all? Shaking heads, no. Grand. Well, here, you've got a wild, shy crowd here in Surrey, so you have.
Very humble crowd.
Aren't they?
Very humble.
Very humble altogether.
Yeah.
But no, it's no small feat by lifting the big one. You know, not everyone steps in that circle and walks away with a prize, so well done. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
And then, they're a lot more talkative afterwards after it.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Aye.
And to mention, that's our second year in a row of World Champion Drum Corps.
There you go. Just sprinkle that one in there.
Yeah,
Love
and
that. Yeah.
Champions of Champions Drum Corps too.
Go on to Surrey.
Yeah.
They are. This is a very glamorous location, right outside the toilet. But I'm joined with some Highland dancers. How are you as well?
Fantastic.
Whoa, there's an answer. Wow. All right, so would you like to introduce yourselves? Who all am I standing with? I'll start with here.
My name is Erica. I'm from Clink Together.
How you doing?
I'm Sarah Highlands.
How you doing?
I'm Alexa Smith.
Hi.
I'm Akela Gibbons.
Hello.
And I'm Emma Bryson.
Hello, Emma Bryson. And you did have one other, which is ran off.
She's running away. I didn't think I was doing it.
All right.
Sorry.
There you go. You're good. You can hang around if you want, though.
More the merrier.
Go on. Yeah. So tell us about this then. Obviously, I know some of you are from the Catherine Stewart School of Highland Dance. Is that right? So, but this is a collaboration, isn't it? Across the Atlantic. So, can anybody tell me that story? How did that all start?
Take that, Alexa. That's probably the best.
How did that start?
Yeah, so it's a really unique opportunity this year. I am the president of Fling Together Collective. We're a nonprofit based out of the United States. And a big thing that we're about is doing collaborations and meeting people and working together to build something new and fun that can help propel Highland dance and introduce it to new people. So I was really happy to become acquainted with Catherine, and she invited us to come participate, and now I have a bunch of new dance friends, which is amazing.
There you go. So awesome. Yeah, wasn't that a great answer? Yeah. That's fantastic. But yes, as much as I've been talking to the musicians downstairs, where they're talking about the music connects them, with you guys, it's the dancing that connects you all. Do you find, is that like a common language? Like you all understand what you mean by certain movements and stuff?
Absolutely. I mean, there actually is like a language to it. There's a whole book with all of the steps and everything. So I think the thing that's unique about Highland dancing is because everything is so kind of by the book, it makes it easier to get together and do these types of things, because it's like if we say a position, we all know exactly where that position needs to be. And so it comes together quite cleanly with very little time. As opposed to like other forms of dance, there's more room for interpretation, so I think it's a little bit harder to kind of like pull something like that together. But I mean, not that it's not a lot of work to do it in this sense, but you know, like you've got a room full of dancers and you say like third aerial, like everybody knows exactly where that position's supposed to be, so it's like boom, we're there. And
I haven't a clue, but you guys all know what it is.
We speak Highland dance.
There you go. But I have to ask then, obviously geography being an issue between Northern Ireland and a big Atlantic Ocean in the middle, how did that work then, bringing that together? Was it like a WhatsApp group?
A lot of dedication.
I love that.
Technology.
And WhatsApp groups,
A lot. Luckily, I think a positive that came out of COVID is we all became very used to communicating via Zoom and video conferencing. And especially in the US, we're so spread out. So we're used to just sending videos, learning dances, and then getting together on a Zoom call and practicing. So it was a great kind of compromise between the Northern Ireland dancers getting to practice in person, us learning via video, and then finally we got to come together and make it work. So
also, I will say Alexa's very talented in the way of like video editing. So she made these videos that were like they were like little animations of the formations with these little dots that had each of our names. So it was like we saw how the whole picture was going to look. So she's very skilled in that department, so that was very helpful. Yeah, no, it's been great to have you be able to do that, because it's made it a lot more clear for us.
Because it is really complex. Like there's a lot of you out there, and coordinating that amount of people.
And we've got Jack and Matthew to look after too for the
That's
second
it,
piece.
yeah.
They're the biggest problem.
Piper and drummer stuck in the middle of you.
Yeah.
Especially when they don't hit their spots.
I know.
Oh.
They just don't have the coordination we do.
They don't know the Highland dancing language. No.
So did you just you stand there and don't move?
That's basically, in the wings we said to Matthew last night, we were like, do you know what you're doing? And he was like, No. So we were like, just you go and we'll centre ourselves around you and we'll keep you right. And that's how we've been rolling.
There you go. Well, obviously now with the United States contingent coming here, is there any plans then for the Northern Irish folk to jump the other side of the pond?
Ooh, I mean, I'd go tomorrow, like, if I was asked.
If Alexa will take us, we'll be there.
There you go, yeah.
Definitely, yes. I would love that. I'll hold the tip. Yes. I want that in writing.
Fantastic.
New York City Tartan Week next time.
We go to Tartan Week every year in New York, and it is an international collaboration, so I'll definitely...
There you go, Rab, put the dates in your diary, we'll bring you too.
There you go. Yeah, I'll just plant that little acorn in there. There you go. But that's one of the things that the Belfast Tattoo does. It connects people, do you know? Like, I just witnessed the drummers outside all having a tune together.
It was brilliant, wasn't it?
And none of them speak the same language.
It was brilliant. It was really, really good. I think they were calling it a battle of the bands.
Yeah, you just have to have a battle of the dancers now or something.
I did suggest that. I was like, why are we not having a dance-off down there?
Oh, it's fantastic. So do you get a chance then to stay in the city for a bit, sample a bit of the Northern Ireland hospitality, or is it straight on a plane home? Or
Some of us. I came like a few days early, so I got to explore Northern Ireland and Belfast a bit. But we've been pretty. I brought to the Netherlands with Aquila in a bit.
And you just came from Edinburgh as well.
I did also.
Very busy.
So
I also was in
so
Edinburgh for the last month, so I got to come over here early though. I've never been to Northern Ireland, so I was very excited to.
It's kind of the same place, isn't it? Really? Yeah.
Scotland's a wee bit nicer. The accent's a little different, so I'm so used to listening to Scottish people. I was like, excuse me, what are you saying?
Have you found much of a language barrier between us Ulster Scots and you spoke there in the US? Has there been much of a barrier?
We just speak like Burns cows, don't we?
We do.
There's the odd word here and there that doesn't match, but context, we can figure it out.
Although, what was it? I said I'm being really pernickety, and I went, oh, do you even know what that means? And they said persnickety.
Yeah, we say persnickety.
Persnickety?
Yeah.
What's that?
The same word as pernickety with a wee S.
All right, okay. Do you know, I've been saying bouty to everybody, and then it stops people in their tracks. You're like, oh, bouty. And they're like, what? What did he say? Did he just swear at me? But it's been crazy. But if anything, I am hopeful to see you guys in New York possibly, or across the pond.
I should bring you with us.
Hey, I'll go.
You can be our promo.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, I have to let you go because you guys are going to hit the floor again, aren't you? Yeah.
Not too long.
There you go. So, before I let you go, though, how have you found the Belfast crowds? You guys got quite a cheer already for a couple of performances. How'd you find it?
I think they're great, but I think they could be a little louder this time tonight.
I was going to say, I feel like it's always the Saturday night that's the rowdiest.
They're the rowdy crowd anyway, the Saturday night.
I do have to say, I was watching the crowd during the finale, and they were very into it, like directing the band. And so it was fun to see. It made me smile. So it's definitely a great crowd.
I caught one woman conducting from the...
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was great.
Oh, brilliant. There you go. Well, here, folks, looking at the queue of the bar, I think you might have a lively crowd.
I think so. It does look that way.
Saturday night in Belfast, good luck.
Should we go buy them around, get it
get them really going.
Yeah. We know how to get a crowd going anyway.
Absolutely. Here, thanks a million, folks. I'll let you go.
Thank you.
And there, what a brilliant start. And under the command of Pipe Major Glenn Baxter, we had the Winnipeg Police Band from Canada, St. John's College Pipes and Drums from Harare, Zimbabwe, and a bit closer to home, along with Down Academy Pipes and Drums, we had musicians from many of our wonderful local bands, and of course, some awesome drum majors. And let's give a special mention for Jamie Cuttles, who recently became the adult world champion drum major.
Rory Bellingham.
Hello, Rory. We've just met, mate. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
The best. So, how have you found the tattoo then? What brings you over?
Well, I've never done the Belfast tattoo before, and I'd already signed up to do the Edinburgh tattoo this year, so I thought I'd just stay over a week or two and do Belfast as well.
I see. So you were across in Edinburgh before this. All right, I'm going to have to ask then. Does it compare at all?
Two very different tattoos. You know.
That's it. You have the big esplanade and everything, the fireworks and all of that. But here you have the Belfast crowd. Come on.
Exactly. And unfortunately, it doesn't matter which tattoo it is in the world. If you don't have the castle, it's not the same. You know.
There you go. So, well, yeah, obviously you're not a local to here, to Belfast, or even to the UK. Whereabouts are you from?
I'm from South Africa.
I see. There's actually quite a big piping scene there, I'm sure. Yeah. Do you play with a band back home?
Yes, I'm with the African Ska Pipe Band.
Oh, shout out to the Sky. Love that band. You guys have been having such a good time this last while, you know, with your own season and everything, with the Nationals. Is it Benotti Beach, I think it was?
But Nationals, yeah. They were at St. Benedict's at the end of July.
St. Benedict's, sorry, yes, yeah. That's right. How did that go?
Very well, thank you.
Yeah.
Great day.
Yeah. I've been hearing loads of great reports about it. It's one of those things I really want to get to, is the Nationals in South Africa. There's so many great bands. I don't know if you heard, there's a fella I ran into at the Worlds. His nickname's Moose.
I know Moose very well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chad Nordier is a bass drummer with the Transvaal Scottish.
That's it, yeah. And his decking area out the back of his house is the stuff of legends.
Yeah, the infamous Moose's Deck.
Moose's Deck. Have you ever been?
Often.
Often? Oh, wow.
Moose and I live about 10 minutes away from each other.
Oh, wow. Do you know, even here in Northern Ireland, I've heard that many stories about it.
There's been some dodgy characters there, that's probably
sure,
why.
Yeah. There you go. So how long did you take to prepare for this tattoo then? Was it in comparison to Edinburgh?
Edinburgh had twice the amount of music.
Right.
You know, but it's an age-old story. It doesn't matter how much music it is, you just got to knuckle down, get it learnt, and make sure you're ready when you get you.
There you go, yeah. And then mixing in with all of this lot, how did you find it?
It was very, very rewarding to find the St. John's College band from Zimbabwe here.
Yes, it's fantastic to see them for sure. Yeah,
so I've got some friends from Africa, and then a number of the drum majors were in South Africa for the South African National Championships.
Right, yes, the Northern Ireland display team.
So catching up with old friends as well. It's been great.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your tattoo experience and maybe have a wee pint or two across the road here. Yeah.
Thanks very much, Rab. Nice chatting.
You too, thank you. Take care.
Cheers.
Well, what an experience. Belfast International Tattoo 2025 did not disappoint. This event genuinely gets better every year. And those of you who were here know exactly what I was talking about. The quality of the acts on display here were just fantastic. And of course, for us piping and drumming fans, quality. It was absolutely brilliant. So anyway, a huge thank you to everyone who did take time to talk to me backstage. And had a whale of a time hanging out with everyone. And I hope you've enjoyed this week's podcast. And yes, of course, that special wee moment where I did manage to grab a tune with the pipers, that was very cool. Yeah. Now, it did raise a bit of a few eyebrows and some people asking, well, Rab, how come you're not playing in the tattoo? That's a fair point. So, who knows? I may well be playing in future Belfast tattoos. You never know. Put in a good word for me with Pipe Major Glenn Baxter and you never know. Yeah. Well, folks, I think a tattoo is not a tattoo without wrapping it up with the mash pipes and drums. And I thank you all for listening to this week's show. As always, yes, don't forget to check out our Patreon, where there is a lot of little special clips and videos and things from this year's tattoo that'll be Patreon exclusives. So if you do want to go and check out all the extras from this event and others, do check out that link in your show notes right now. Click on support and get your mitts and all of those extras. As always, you can always email us in bigrabshow@gmail.com if you have any questions, comments or queries about anything that we've brought on this pod or any other previous ones. And of course, weekly drone. Go to our website, thebigrabshow.com, big button at the top of the page, and let us know your feelings, warts and all, and we will be catching up in due course. Now, to answer a question just before I leave, everyone has been asking about Big Rab Show Live at Piping Live. When are we going to hear it? Yes, I do understand. It was a number of weeks ago. But, next week we'll be broadcasting the first one. And yeah, I understand we have two. So yes, next week and the week after will be Big Rab Show Live at Piping Live. So again, 2 special episodes from one of the biggest piping festivals in the world. Looking forward to that. So for those of you who've been looking for that, to find out what we did in Piping Live, well, be sure to be subscribed to the podcast and you'll catch it next week. Well, folks, from the Belfast Tattoo, again, thank you for downloading this week, and I will see you all in the next one. And I will leave you all in the capable hands of the mass pipes and drums. Until the next one, all the best. That's it for another Big Rab Show podcast. Thanks so much for downloading this week, and a special thank you to our sponsor, G1 Reeds. Played by bands around the world, they are the champion's choice. Check out g1reeds.com for all of your piping needs. Don't forget to check out thebigrabshow.com to be kept up to date with all of the latest news and views from around the piping world. And also, check us out on Patreon. For $5 a month, you can get your hands on tons of extra piping goodness and be a part of the Patreon faithful. So, until next week, folks, we'll see you right here on the Big Rab Show podcast. All the best.